Hey, where are you going? Come back.
Okay, you guys are kind of scaring me.
Well, you should be scared.
Before this video starts, I just want to say this video is for educational, documentary purposes and is allowed on YouTube. We don't support anything this cult is saying. We're just trying to shed light and get the information out there. So hopefully we can help someone, save someone, and just take down this disgusting, evil cult for good. But let's get into the video. So to recap, YouTuber Reckless Ben and I, we've been infiltrating the same cult that we did in California called the 12 Tribes, but we flew all the way to Colorado to re-infiltrate it with fake names and a fake backstory.
I'm Bob.
Hi, I'm Logan.
What's your name?
I'm Harry, but I go by Papa H.
Okay.
But in the last episode, they ended up questioning Lydia about her pen.
I heard you were filming that with your pen.
Huh?
That you were filming that with your pen, is that true?
No.
I mean, it was a spy pen. She was secretly filming them, but obviously we're not going to admit that.
Can we see your pen?
Yeah, it's literally just a pen.
Is that true? I'm not saying it's true, just someone said that. I just want to ask. It's weird.
So the last episode ended when they invited us to breakfast.
You want to eat breakfast? We could just have some breakfast.
Yes,
too.
I am hungry.
They believed our fake story about the pen. They don't think we're filming, and yeah, we're going to go have some breakfast.
Oh, bananas. I love bananas.
But when we were at breakfast, we weren't using any spy cameras, and so now we just have audio on our phones. So we're having breakfast, and it seems like everything's going well. And then that same guy comes back over and says,
Can we see that pen? We want to believe you, but we just didn't look at it ourselves.
so for some reason, he had to come back and question us about the pen again, but not just question us. He wants to like literally take the pen and check it out himself. And so Lydia was super smart. She put the actual pen that she was filming with in her backpack. But we have like 6 spy pens. So she took out another spy pen that had a brand new SD card on it. So they opened the pen.
Got an SD card right inside it.
But even though there's an SD card on there, like we feel like we're in the clear because like if you look at the SD card, we really weren't filming because it's a brand new SD card.
I wasn't filming though. I have it, but I used it to write.
So now at this point, they're really trying to question us and it's getting more aggressive and aggressive. They're even threatening to call the sheriff.
This isn't a threat, but we can even call it sheriff's office. We don't know what you recorded last night. We don't want 2.3 million people to see all we're having.
So when he's saying the 2.3 million followers, he's talking about Papa H's TikTok. Because like I told them I have 2.3 million followers. We ended up photoshopping a fake TikTok account
Look at my janky ass fake Photoshop. Alright, let's go.
that is Papa H's TikTok with that many followers. And so they actually believe that.
I think in their eyes, they're thinking that these like spy cameras are using are gonna be for your TikTok account, but they are pretty sure at this point that we're using the spy cameras to capture what they're saying for our social media pages.
So Lydia wanted to make them feel at ease. So she's like, you just take the SD card. Yeah, we want them to take it because there's nothing on that SD card.
You're happy if you want. You're happy to take the card.
But they actually had a different response.
Can I have like the part to write though? You can take the part out if you want.
So at this point, we're getting super interrogated. Like they took the pen. It's getting like very uncomfortable. So we got to figure out a way to talk our way out of this. And like Ben and I and Lydia, we can't like have a conversation. They're all right there. So like Ben's just going fully off script. He's just going to make something up on the spot and we're just going to have to go with it. But I didn't know he was going to do this.
We're gonna come out and confess, but at the same time, I don't want to confess that we're secretly filming them with like the glasses, the spy pen and stuff, because then they're just gonna throw us out. So this is the story I come up with.
I'll be completely honest with you. So he told us that he wanted us to come here on like a special mission, and
You hearing this?
He told you to come here on a special mission?
yeah, he didn't tell us like what for. You know what I mean? He just said just go take 2 TikToks.
So this is when our fake manager, Mike, is just a random name we came up with. He's going to start coming into the conversation.
Their manager.
Mike
Sent them to the Yellow Deli.
he gave us the glasses.
So if you saw the first episode of when we were in Colorado, we told them we were TikTokers that got flown out by the same manager. And we just met each other like last week.
We all have the same manager, so we just came out here.
Oh, okay. Manager?
His name's Mike. I don't know if you've heard of him. He basically manages a bunch of TikTokers, and you know what TikTok is?
I've heard of it.
But yeah, that's basically our job right now is we make different TikToks, and our manager put us all together.
We thought we can play this Mike manager card. Yeah, in reality, it's just a way to shift blame onto our manager so we can gain their trust back and, you know, keep infiltrating them.
Basically what he said is he said this mission will make us a lot of money, and he just kept on stressing the importance of the mission, and like it's like if we fail, we're not getting any money. And
It's funny because I have no idea what Ben's gonna say next, but you just gotta go with it because he's just making this up on the spot.
He might be being used. Let me just say real quick, we're for you, but we're deeply concerned about this mission.
So it seems like they're understanding it, and Ben wanted to apologize.
like I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this to you. I'm so sorry.
Now they're gonna try to make us feel bad by saying like you have a conscience, like do the right thing.
We're made to have a conscience that knows right from wrong. Even if you're not a believer, your business is promoting things that are inappropriate. Like you should never be posting videos of yourself like that.
Yeah, your TikToks that you make are so inappropriate.
Papa H here. If you're a woman and think you need to be in the kitchen, it's 2022 now. You can do whatever you want. No one's forcing you to be in the kitchen. If you want to be in the kitchen, but no one's forcing you to.
It's funny because they genuinely think that like the horrible, hateful things they believe are actually like the things that God's telling them are like good things to believe. They actually believe that there's something inside of us that is just gonna like feel horrible for like the TikToks that you're making, you know what I mean?
I think women should be allowed to vote.
So we think we're doing a good job like trying to cover up this awkward situation, but I mean they still keep questioning us, and it gets way worse when they start asking us if we were in San Diego at the Vista location when we infiltrated in California. Now they're questioning us about it.
What about Vista, California? Did you all go to Vista?
Where's Vista?
Just to answer. Did you go to our community in Vista?
I live in Hawaii.
I told them that Papa H lives in Hawaii, and I'm like, no, I live in Hawaii. I've never been there. But obviously this is just speculation. Like they don't have actual proof that we were the ones infiltrating California. So that was the end of that convo. But then they start asking about the spy glasses on day one when Ben first arrived with the glasses.
No, I want to go to him.
It'd be good to see him too.
But it was getting so intense that like Lydia was smart enough to whip out her phone, and it's obviously not the best angle, but at least we got like a little bit of visual going.
But you still don't produce the glasses. I can give them to you, but
I'm going with Ben's lead. He's going fully off script, like I said. I'm so nervous, but we're going with it.
So you've recorded videos since you've been here with those glasses? I mean, maybe. No, it's a yes or no question. It's simple.
So we're still going on with the storyline of like we have no clue if any of these things are secretly recording. Like if they are, like we'll give them to you and you can find out yourselves, but we're innocent here.
You're not in a position here to squirm. You really need to be honest right now. It's not a good time.
So now it's getting really intense. Like they're really questioning us. It's getting scary. And so who's going to step up and make up the next lie?
Well, okay. Well, what he told me is he was like, Logan, you should go to this place with Bob.
When you say this place, what did he call it? Or what is he saying, the Yellow Deli or something else?
He told me it was a farm. And then he said, he was like, oh, you should go check it out. And he was saying that, it is very important socially to go check it out because there's might be a lot of things you want to speak on it, because he was telling me like.
And then Lydia kind of just goes to town, like calling them out on like everything they believe in.
That you guys are racist and you hate Asians. And
this triggers them to call the sheriff on us.
And that I don't know. And then he was saying.
And now Lydia just keeps calling him out.
And then he said you guys started a fire.
That's actually true, though. Apparently they did start a fire. They actually did talk about a little bit of the fire.
We had a fire a year ago and burned our garden. We went 7 miles down the road and burnt 1,080 houses. It was the worst house fire in the history of Colorado. The FBI closed this whole area off, shut all the power off. Oh, FBI got involved too. Oh, yeah.
Boulder County Sheriff acknowledged this week that the property connected to a religious sect is part of the Marshall Fire investigation. That group is called 12 Tribes.
But back to them interrogating us, and we're just going with our fake story.
Okay, so you're on a specific mission for a specific
No,
reason.
he just told me. He didn't tell me what I had to do. He said you should come there and see if you want to write about it, or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm just so confused at this point. Like, we didn't strategize what we're saying. So Ben's saying something different. Lydia's now, like, calling them out. Like, what is going on now? And then the guy says he's going to call the sheriff. So now...
That's kind of a curveball when Lydia said that.
Yeah. And then I'm like, dude, they're calling the sheriff. Like, I got to get out of here. Because you were telling me in your Scientology series that the police officer told you if you get arrested, they're going to take all your spy cameras.
You are arrested.
the camera will also be confiscated.
If you take the camera, what happens to the footage?
You would lose it.
And that means all your footage will be gone. I'm like, dude, I gotta get out of here because like we brought my hard drive, we had our computers, we had everything. Like we would have been so caught if the sheriff showed up. And so like I wanted to leave. So I ended up just like, dude, I'm just gonna book it to the room we slept in and I'm gonna get my luggage and I'm out of here. And the guy like confronted me and he was like,
Oh, don't go anywhere right now. Just stay here.
I'm allowed to go.
No, you all have violated.
I'm gonna respectfully leave.
Well, I think you all have violated our trust here.
So I didn't care. I just went into the room that I slept in, got my luggage, I walked out, and when we went back to the Colt in California, Ben told me to blame everything on him.
Ben was basically blackmailing me and manipulating me.
And so when I walked out, I just wanted to be like,
Don't screw me over. I'm out of here. You set me up, Bob.
so I left, but you'll see me back in a little bit. But now Ben and Lydia have to deal with this interrogation now.
I'm just afraid that he's not going to pay us now. This is over.
We're not really worried about whether you get paid for coming here and violating our home. We're not really worried about that. Actually, what we're really worried about is whether you're going to actually be able to recover from such a thing where you go directly against the conscience that's in a human being.
So I guess it's against the conscience that's in a human being to take down racism, to take down anti-Semitism, to take down homophobia. That goes against the conscience, and we're never going to be able to recover because we've done these terrible acts now.
If there's a God out there that actually supports racism and stuff like that...
We're going to hell, Danny.
Yeah.
We're going to hell. But Lydia decides to question them on if they have the correct opinion on what our conscience is saying.
Okay, but is it in good conscience to be racist and like do child abuse and stuff though? You know what I mean?
We don't know because we're not racist and we don't abuse children.
You guys specifically told me, and I have it on video, that black people are only here to be slaves to white people.
What happened after that was just a mess with the black people. Like, they got taken out of the farms, and now you have all these, like, black people, like all up. Just look what happened, it's just chaos in society.
You don't abuse children. Well, then what are all these FBI documents? The whole FBI document actually is just on the kids being physically and sexually abused.
We also have proof in California about them talking about the child abuse.
Evil is bound in the heart of a child, and the rod drives it far from him.
The idea of spanking your children, as a form of discipline.
We have ex-members coming out about it.
I was 2 and my family joined.
Would you say it got so bad where like it went from just a normal spank to like where it's like, okay, this is not really a spank anymore?
Yeah, definitely. They want to hide that even from other members because they want it to still look a certain way. Some people like would whip you so hard, even like a small spanking was like really bad.
It's all with the rods too. Like it's not just with their hands, it's all with the rods.
Yeah, this is all with the rod.
If we look at the evidence, it's pretty obvious what's happening.
I think they're just saying this because I feel like they still think they're being recorded, so they have to say that.
Oh, so they're like, oh, well now Reckless Ben has on video that we're not racist because we said so, and everything that we say is the truth because what we say is what God says.
Yeah, but luckily we have receipts.
We live with Asians, we live with blacks, Mexicans, we live with people probably don't even know their origin. We all live together, we're a family, look into it.
This sounds like back in the day when there was like slave owners. The slave owners would be like,
yeah, we're not racist, we live with our slaves.
And so we live on the same property as our slaves. That's proof we're not racist. I mean, the same logic applies here. Like, just because you live on the same property as someone doesn't mean that you can't also like treat them worse than you treat yourself, you know, like because of the color of their skin, something that they can't even control. They're so like closed off from society that like they can't even comprehend that. So now we've proven them wrong in pretty much everything. They're going to go back to speaking to our conscience because in their mind, our conscience really knows the correct thing to do.
You're in a pretty difficult place. You know, it's like what we're saying here is like, so your own eternal destiny is what's really on the line, one way or the other. And this is the place where we're being saved from these kind of underhanded ways. We're being saved, but we're coming into the honesty before our Creator. So there's hope for you. There's lots of hope for you if you could humble yourself and just be forthright and come totally clean.
We're being saved from all those people that want to destroy racism, and we're gonna be able to be racist again, and God's gonna love us for that. I mean, that's genuinely like what they're saying right now to us.
This mission, you know, it's underhanded. And we understand the media. We know how it works. Do anything you can. That's why they make pens and glasses and all this stuff. We know that. We've been down that road a million times.
This is why they make pens and glasses. The sole reason for pens and glasses
is to secretly record you guys and put secret cameras in just to try to take down 12 tribes. For sure.
This has been confirmed by a lot of other cult members that have reached out to us, but these guys literally think that they are the center of like the entire world and the whole world is out to get them because they know the truth. When in reality, it's just like the whole world's not out to destroy you guys. You guys are just annoying because like racist people and like homophobic, it's just annoying to have you around. So like, yeah, every once in a while someone's gonna go in and like make fun of you guys. You guys are easy to make fun of.
It's nothing new to us, you know? Everybody saw it last night. The glasses especially. Really? Yeah. Looking right into your lenses there, you know. But we believe in our Father. We got nothing to hide, ultimately.
We got nothing to hide, then why are you interrogating us right now?
We live in a country. We have rights. We're citizens of the United States. We have a right to privacy.
Wait, they said they weren't part of the United States, so this is really confusing now.
This property is actually part of a different nation than the United States of America. We're not even in the United States anymore. Oh, really?
It's really confusing to me too. Literally nothing that they've told us today has made any sense at all.
He's walking off. You know why he's walking off?
Why?
I'll tell you why he's walking off. Because he has 2.5 million viewers on TikTok. And he's worried that he's going to lose his reputation.
They still think that everything they're doing is morally correct and that Papa H, you just can't see that because you have too many followers. You're choosing followers over doing the morally correct thing and being racist
and he's going to lose his reputation, and then what does he lose?
That's scary. I mean,
his livelihood, right?
Big thing. That's everything we have.
What does he lose if he loses those people? Guess what?
Everything.
He loses his livelihood, right?
He loses everything. It's not just...
So was it really worth it for you all to come here and be dishonest in order to try to gain money?
I think it's classic. They're interrogating us, but they still think out of all this that my name is still Papa H, and I do have those 2.3 million followers.
Papa H here. If you're abusing your kids, don't. No.
So now at this point, I think Lydia's like, she's realizing that anything we're saying, we're still getting interrogated. So she just wanted to question them even more, even though we didn't really want her to do this. Cause like, how are we going to gain their trust back if we're like attacking them? But you know, she's doing it anyways and we're going with it.
For me, it wasn't the money. They were saying that I should come here and save everyone.
Save everyone? By taking a video?
No, by kind of like studying and, you know, like coming up with a plan.
Coming up with a plan to save everyone.
What does that mean?
Because they were saying that everyone here is brainwashed.
Everyone is brainwashed.
Which one? To you?
I don't know.
But then the cult member, he wanted to ask Lydia the same question because like anything the cult believes, like they really, really believe that. They think anyone else that's not them is evil. So like...
But I have a question. Are you brainwashed?
I could be.
You might be, might you? You might be brainwashed into believing that people are brainwashed.
Yeah.
How do you know who's brainwashed?
He just wanted to put the question back on Lydia because he genuinely believes that like we're all brainwashed. Like the cult's not brainwashed, we are.
Papa H here, and I'm just thinking that churches should accept gay marriage.
So after this, like Ben kept hearing them talk about like the sheriff's coming. So like
we wanted to milk this out for as long as possible before the sheriff gets here.
But we don't want the sheriff to come because like we don't want to lose our spy cameras and our hard drives and stuff like that.
So I decided to just like take off and leave at this point.
Don't go anywhere. Stay here. Hey, where are you going? Come back. Come here and sit down.
So even though like the guy was being really aggressive, like didn't want Ben to leave, he didn't care.
So I grabbed my bags and I just take off running.
Bob Marley told me 100,000 followers. Bob Marley out. I failed the mission.
So once I leave, that's cue for Lydia to leave.
Oh shit, everyone's leaving.
So now Lydia's rushing to her room really quick to get her bags and get out of there. But the cult members seem to not want Lydia to leave, and it starts getting really uncomfortable.
Just hold tight.
Okay, you guys are kind of scaring me.
Well, you should be scared.
Why? I mean, like, I don't know if I want a cult to, like, tell me to stay put.
The sheriffs are on the way to talk to you.
Okay, the sheriffs can come, but I don't want to stay, like, in your property right now. I don't want you guys to, like, lock the doors on me. Okay, well, Ben's still back there. I hope he's gonna be okay, because Danny grabbed his shit and just left.
So when I left, I went to the nearest gas station, kind of across the street, and I went inside to hide.
Cover is blown. What the
Shell station. Cover is blown.
And I'm trying to figure out what to do. Like, when is Ben and Lydia gonna show up here? I'm kind of just waiting for you guys.
I just grabbed all of my shit and I'm now leaving.
So I'm at the gas station and I'm hiding inside, but I see Lydia now at the gas station and she's talking to someone. And I didn't know if the cult followed her to the gas station, so I didn't want to go outside. Turns out I was wrong and she ended up asking a stranger for a ride.
Hi. Hello? Okay, so you know there's a cult down there in the down the street, the Yellow Deli?
I'm not familiar with the area that much.
Okay, I was wondering where you're going. Can you give me a ride just like a few blocks down? Because those people are like kind of coming after me. Like,
Where do you
leave.
want to ride down to?
Just any, like even a cafe or whatever.
Yeah, you can get it.
Okay, thank you.
So then I'm kind of like, oh, dang, like I could have took that ride with her, but I thought it was one of the cult members.
Okay, found out everyone's split up. So I'm hiding right here on this at the Shell station right across from the cult. Ben, apparently they're following Ben. I need to go pick up Ben.
So I'm about a quarter mile away from the tribe now, and I look behind me and see two guys about my age also running after me.
Shoot, they're following me.
I honestly think I was too scared to like film them because I was like, this would be great footage right now, but like if I waste time filming them, they could catch up to me and get the footage. And I don't know the area. It's just a bunch of farms. So I'm hopping over fences, just running through random people's farms, and they're still following me. So eventually I turn a corner, and before they can see, I just hide behind this pile of mulch. I'm hiding behind this pile of mulch, and they are literally about to find me.
Listen, they're two fastest guys after me. There's like two kids in their 20s. And they said, those are the two people they said after me. I have on my luggage with all the spy cameras in it. So they can definitely outrun me. The only reason I made it is because I got a head start.
So when I'm hiding behind this wall at this gas station, like I'm getting texts from Lydia and Ben, like Ben's like, come get me. Lydia's like, you have to go get Ben, get an Uber and go. Ben sent me his location. I was just trying to call an Uber. But the Ubers weren't working. And so like, I'm still hiding because I feel like the cult's trying to find me. Then Ben's still hiding because the cult's trying to find him. And it's just a full, like intense, like very uncomfortable situation. And then Lydia ends up calling me an Uber, thankfully, and I get in the car as fast as possible. And I'm going to Ben's location. I wonder how he's doing. So I'm in the Uber. It's kind of taking a little bit to get there. Like Ben ran far, but
right before they got me, I like hop in the Uber, we get away, and
I was on like a crazy adrenaline high. So to not freak out the Uber driver, because if I tell him we're hiding from a cult, he might drop me off because he doesn't want to be a part of it. So I said, hey, we're playing a game of tag.
I picked up Ben from the Uber. You seen that movie Tag? That's what we're playing.
Yeah, so we told the Uber driver, the people that we're going against in tag, they're wearing plaid shirts. Those are the ones that are trying to find us. So let us know if you see any, and to not freak out our driver, we thought that was the best way. Just a friendly game of tag.
Dude, we got to duck because we're in the game.
They might be staking out.
Yeah.
If they follow us, we lose the game.
Yeah, we lose the game.
Yeah, we're kind of just running around the whole city of Boulder right now, just trying to avoid anyone in plaid.
So we were in the Uber for like 20-30 minutes. We get out of the car. We meet Lydia at this restaurant, and it was just like the butterflies just were all gone, and we were just so stoked we got out of this.
Holy shit, dude. What the fuck?
Yay, we made it!
I literally got in this random person's car and he had his baby in the backseat. And I was like, please, the cult's coming after me, just drive me. And he was like, okay, get in.
But we still didn't feel safe, so we ended up going to like a more secure location, and Ben really wanted to hide.
We're scared that 12 Tribes is going to find us. So this is what Ben did. He found a high line. He's going across the other side to hide. There he is.
So Ben's gonna go camp out on the other side, but you guys probably think this is the end. But nope. I mean, reckless Ben he's reckless. He's like, dude, I think it would be crazy if we go back. But you're gonna have to wait for the next episode. That's a cliffhanger. We're going back to the cult. I want to tell you what's gonna happen, but I just can't. You're gonna have to wait for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. But make sure you guys subscribe to Reckless Ben to see his version as well. And go follow Lydia on Instagram. I mean, she was a big help in this episode, so thanks, Lydia.
Thanks, Lydia.
And we'll see you back at the cult. I can't believe we're going back. I'm Papa H, and I'll see you guys on the next episode, baby. All right, peace.
You a fool's gold. Yes, I did.
They sent me a text message. It says, well, we love you all. Just get your lives right with your creator. No more dishonest. underhanded pretense. Many have sold the eternal souls for a few bucks.